Let's talk about something really frustrating. You're doing all the right things. You've got your blood sugar under control, but those stubborn issues, like poor circulation or problems with intimacy, they just don't seem to budge. What if I told you the answer isn't another prescription, but it's been hiding in your kitchen this whole time? Well, today, we are cracking open the science behind 5 incredible nuts that can help you get your vitality back.
So here's the game plan. First, we're going to dig into why those hidden challenges of diabetes are so persistent. Then, we'll meet our 5 nutty superstars, starting with the dynamic duo, walnuts and almonds. After that, it's the arginine all-stars, pistachios and cashews, followed by the antioxidant ace, the pecan. And stick around, because at the end, I'm giving you a super simple guide to make all this a real and delicious part of your life.
All right, let's just get right into it. We're talking about those problems that stick around, the ones that are, frustrating and sometimes a little tough to talk about. So this is probably the big question that brought you here. You're tracking your glucose, you're careful with your diet, but these issues just hang on. Why? Well, it's because managing your blood sugar is only one part of the equation. The other, and often forgotten part, is the health of your entire circulatory system, right down to the tiniest blood vessels.
And this is where it gets really good. The key to improving blood flow, to boosting this critical molecule called nitric oxide and protecting your nerves, it might not be at the pharmacy. It's in your pantry, in a simple, tasty handful of nuts.
Let's kick things off with our first power couple. We're starting with the 2 nuts that really build the foundation for healthy blood vessels: walnuts and almonds. Just think of these 2 as your daily 1-2 punch for better circulation. First up, the good old walnut. It looks pretty unassuming, doesn't it? But don't let that fool you. Tucked inside this little powerhouse is a secret weapon that goes to work directly on your blood vessels to get things flowing again.
So let's just break down the numbers here. Yeah, the protein and fiber are fantastic for your blood sugar, we know that. But the real magic? It's right there in that 2.5 grams of ALA. That's alpha-linolenic acid. It's a special plant-based omega-3 that your body uses to create nitric oxide. And that's the miracle molecule that literally tells your blood vessels to just relax and open up.
And what does that actually mean for you? Well, the science is pretty incredible. The ALA in walnuts can improve how well your endothelium works. That's the delicate inner lining of your blood vessels, by up to 15%. Now, that is not a small change. That is a major boost to your entire circulatory system.
Okay, on to our second foundational nut, the almond. So if walnuts are all about relaxing and opening up your blood vessels, think of almonds as the key to keeping them strong and flexible. Kind of like turning a stiff, old pipe into a brand new, pliable hose. Let's take a look inside the almond. That magnesium definitely helps with relaxation, but the real champion here is that massive 14 grams of monounsaturated fatty acids we call them MUFAs. These are the good fats that are so crucial for keeping your arteries from becoming stiff and brittle, making sure blood can get where it needs to go, no problem. So, you see how they're the perfect team, right? Walnuts use ALA to open up the pipes by boosting nitric oxide. Then almonds come in with those healthy fats and vitamin E to protect those pipes and keep them flexible. Together, they create this essential foundation for better vascular health. It's a beautiful thing.
Okay, so we've built our foundation. Now let's bring in the specialists. Our next 2 nuts, pistachios and cashews, are absolute rock stars when it comes to one very specific, and I mean game-changing ingredient.
And that ingredient is arginine. Now, this is a word you're going to want to remember. If nitric oxide is the magic stuff that makes your blood flow better, arginine is the key that starts the whole engine. The more arginine you have available, the more nitric oxide your body can produce. It's a really direct and powerful link.
And this chart just lays it all out. It shows you exactly why these 2 nuts are so special. I mean, look at that. Pistachios and cashews are just head and shoulders above the others in arginine content. They are, without a doubt, the champions when it comes to delivering the raw fuel for nitric oxide.
But wait, it gets even better. They each have their own unique bonus features. Pistachios bring in antioxidants to protect your vessels and some great fiber for your gut. And cashews, they deliver copper for healthy red blood cells and prebiotics to feed all that good gut bacteria. So you're not just getting the arginine, you're getting a whole health upgrade.
So, we've built the foundation and we fueled the engine. Now it's time to bring in the bodyguard. Let's meet our final nut, the pecan. It's the ultimate antioxidant protector for your system.
So, what's the pecan's secret? Well, it is packed with these unique defenders. First, you've got beta-sterol, which actively helps fight against arterial stiffness.
Then there's ellagic acid, which acts like a shield, specifically protecting your tissues from the kind of damage that high sugar can cause. And finally, you've got manganese, which just supercharges your body's own natural defense systems.
This quote just nails it. Eating pecans isn't about a quick, temporary fix. It's more like installing a silent, long-term security system for your heart, your kidneys, and your nerves, quietly guarding them against damage day in and day out.
Okay, knowing all this stuff is great, but it's the action that really creates change. We know which nuts to eat and why they work so well. Now, let's get to the most important part. How do you actually make this happen in your real life? Here's your simple guide to putting it all into practice.
First up, the golden rule of how much to eat. The sweet spot is about 1 handful a day. That's around 28 to 42 grams. This is where you get all those amazing benefits without going overboard on calories. You have to remember, consistency is way more important than quantity, every single time.
Now, to really unlock their power, there are 4 rules that are pretty much non-negotiable. Number 1, stick to raw or lightly roasted. This protects all those incredible nutrients. Number 2, no added salt or sugar. That stuff completely defeats the purpose. 3, always eat them with a buddy, like some protein or fiber, to keep your blood sugar nice and stable. And 4, try not to mix them with sweets. Let the nuts be the treat themselves.
And just look at how easy this can be. You can sprinkle walnuts on your oatmeal, or toss some almonds on your yogurt, throw pistachios in your salad, or top a beautiful piece of salmon with some chopped pecans. See? This isn't about learning to cook complex new meals. It's all about making simple, powerful upgrades to the food you're already eating and enjoying.
So if you remember just one thing from all of this, let it be this. You don't need to completely change your life overnight. Just one single delicious handful of the right nuts each day, that is a small step that creates huge ripples, improving your vascular health, your energy, and just your overall quality of life. You know, this has been more than just a list of nuts. It's an invitation to take back a little bit of control. So the only question I have left for you is, which handful are you going to start with? Will it be the foundational walnuts, the arginine-packed pistachios, or maybe the protective pecans? The power literally is in your hands.